Hello guys, welcome to Mr. Cloudbook channel. So welcome to the DevOps Masterclass of day 11. So today we will discuss about Git tracking and Git logs. We will see how it will track the files and what are the parts of the project it can track and which part of the working directory and which part of the staging area and how we can identify the Git logs and everything will be learned today in this video. So not only tracking of the logs but how we can filter out the Git logs on the basis of some filters. We will use some filters to figure it out the ways so easily we can find the logs of the using particular filters as well. So let's go to the terminal. So you can use your terminals or Git base or anything. So we are inside the DevSecOps folders. We already created these files yesterday, and yeah, if you watch the old video, you can easily understand what are the first.txt and second.txt. And inside our working directory, let's see the status of our files first. So we used these commands, right? In the old days, see, we are on the branch master, it's saying, and nothing to commit because we didn't do any changes or any modifications in our files, right? Okay, let's create a file using the touch command. So this is as the thought.txt enter. So we created a file. If you see ls again, and we have the file thought.txt. Let's see the status. Zoom it so you can understand. Git status. You can see thought.txt. We have this file now. So we have the thought.txt, and we can update the files as well using the second.txt. So this is the day 11, right? And you can go to the insert mode and make it 11 and enter out, exit from there, and you can see git status again. So we already see these commands yesterday. See, this is untracked because this is not even added into the git now, and that's why it's not tracking. And if you see this one, this is committed changes not staged for the commit, but we have the other logs as well for this file. So we don't see any difference here. So if you want to see difference, you can give the command called git diff. So it will show. See, so this is the old message, and it will change it to this one. So we updated it and modified it. If you see git status again, and you can see here the segregation files and some modified and untracked files we have here. So these things can confirm us that which file is being tracked by Git and which file is still not tracked by the Git. See, these are untracked. So these modified files will be tracked, but these are not staged yet because we did some changes, but these are not modified. I mean, like these are not tracked. So the modified content is not tracked, but the content before modifications will be tracked by the Git. So whenever you will add some new code or new content to the old existing files, or some new files you are added, or some new directory in your working directory you added, so Git by default will not add these files. I mean, like Git will not track these files anymore. When you do modifications or when you create, when you add new directories or new files, Git will not track these. So to keep the track of the files, you need to add the new files or the new code or new directory into the Git using the command called git add, right? So this is command we will use to add the files to our Git. And how we can add that? So we can add this with the help of the command called git add dot or period. So it will add our files. So it means get period means we have to telling that git add all the contents in the current directory into the Git. Okay. So now if I execute this command, so that is done. Let's see the status now. Okay. So you can see this file is moved to from untracked to the tracked file now. See, these are changes to be committed. So it's been tracked by the Git now, and it is also saying as a new file. See, code.txt is the new file, and this one is the modified file. So there are some modification files we have here, right? So let's make it a commit. So to do the commit, I mean, like we are moving to the staging area, these files, we are making the commit now using the command called git commit So hyphen m, uh, third file. So I don't want to add anything. So that's why just giving simple message to easy understand. But in the future, we will use the advanced way of using the messages over there. Okay. So two files is changed means two added. So one insertion, we updated one thing and one deleted. So it's deleted that file and updated with new content and the new file is added. You can see there is in a create mode. Okay. So let's see git status again. Git status again. See, you can see that it's saying nothing to commit, working tree is clean. So using the git status, you can identify the track of your working directory, that how much part of your working directory is already being tracked by the git and how much is left. Okay. If you want to track all your working directory files, you can add these files or all the files with the command using the git add period is the command to add your files to the git. It means add all the files from current directory to the git. If you just want to keep the track of a specific file, you need to specify the complete path of the file. Okay. So if you want to add all, you have to give the command called git add. So if you want to add the specific file, I want to add only thought.txt. So I have to give the path, or this is the direct path, right? So it's giving the direct file name. So git only track these files. So this is the two ways. If you want to add all, you have to give the command called git add dot, and if you want to track only the specific file, you have to give that specific file name, okay, to the git add command. So now another thing is git log. So we need to talk about the git log. So there is a command in git which is called a git log. So now another thing is we are discussing about git log, right? So let's give the clear the terminal and give the command called git log. So this is the command we have to use to see the logs of the git. Okay. This will gives you the files. This will show you the last 10 commits with the commit ID as well. So you can see this is the commit ID. So third file. This is the message of the commit message we added, right? Git commit. So you can see here we used this one third file message. So that is the third message here, and second commit and second commit. So this is done on Saturday and this is done on today, Monday, June 24 at 4:32 p.m. So it will show the details of author as well. So I at the starting day I explained about git configure user information. This is the username and this is the mail address I use it, right? So this is my author name. If I change my username git config hyphen hyphen global user dot name to Ajay Kumar, it will also change here. So it will gives the detailed information of the date, time, and author, and everything will be provided by the git log command. Okay. Same way for all the other commits, we will get the same output for every commit. So now I am the only person working here in this project. So this is just for learning, right? That's why it's only showing my name at every commit because I did only the commit, right? So that's why if you are working on the internet, I mean like the organizations, it will have the so many commit messages. Okay. There could be the possibility that 50 to 100 developers are working in the same project and you are interested to identify the commits from a specific person. You want to check the commits from this specific person, you have to use this particular command called git log. Okay. So how can you identify the commit from a specific person? So how can you filter out the commit from a specific person is the question if they ask in the interview. So we will put a command called git log is the command we will use. We have to give hyphen hyphen and author. So you have to give author. So what is the author here? Mr. Cloudbook is the author, right? And inside the double quotes, we should give this inside the double quotes, okay? Not without this one. So you have to give git log hyphen hyphen author within the double quotes. You have to give Mr. Cloudbook and enter. So you can see it will give you the information about that particular specific person what he did, the commits and everything will be filtered out easily. So it will display all the commits done by that particular author. Okay, so we can also provide git log hyphen hyphen author. So in the place of the author, you can give email as well. Okay, so to find out using the email as well. So what is the email I am using? Postbox dot aj 99 at the rate of gmail.com. So this is I'm using. So this is the command. You can specify the filter out using the log. I mean like email as well. Okay, enter. So you can see that unknown revision. Okay, it should be equals to, I think, our author. I gave the wrong email, so it should be author. Yeah. So it should be also be the other. So with that, like we can also found the particular commit done by the specific user using the email as well. So we are getting these values because of these are already configured globally in the last video. You can watch that video also as the global parameter in the Git. So I told you this information is necessary because for the identification using the Git logs. So what we learned in this video is we added the files. Whenever you added the files into the Git, then only Git will track. So this is the Git tracking we are talking about, and Git logs. We can identify or filter out using the Git log hyphen hyphen author. So within the double quotes, you can give the author name or the email as well. Okay. So if you give any other name, like let's see, I want to give some other guy name like Ajay. So I want to see this one. See, because there is no Ajay author did the commits. That's why it's not showing any output. Okay. So this is the difference. You can easily identify the commits which are done by the some specific user using this particular commits. These are the two things we are learning today: Git track and Git logs. If you want to see more, you can give the Git log sheet. Okay. Oh, sorry, Git log, not the logs. So everything will be here itself. So in the next video, we will talk about the advanced classes, Git and GitHub. So these are the main things we are learning in the future as well. These are useful for your industry level as well. Thanks for watching the video and keep on supporting the Mr. Cloudbook channel.